Every time I delete social media, I realize that I can live without it and there's really no point in having it. Weeks, whereas like a month, 2 months ago, I was feeling like absolute dog shit, like absolute fucking dog shit. And usually, when I feel like fucking dog shit, I will take social media breaks. And when I first got into like messaging apps and social media in that way, I was like 10 years old. So for a very long time, not until my junior year of high school is when I took my first break from social media. 6 years, I had social media for like forever. Without any breaks, without deleting anything, I was on it 24/7 all the time. But after taking that first social media break, I noticed a lot of changes in myself because I used to be very depressed and I did not want to be on this earth. Even now, the more I took breaks from social media and different platforms, the more I realize I don't really need this shit. There's some social media that I don't use either anymore or as frequently as I used to. One example is Snapchat. I don't see a point using Snapchat anymore. And when I stopped using Snapchat, I started taking more pictures without filters and not hating how I looked. I stopped going on Twitter a lot. I only go on Twitter when I know something's trending and I want to see what people say. Twitter was a lot too for me, and I don't really go on there anymore. Reddit is one I go on every once in a while, but I feel like Reddit didn't have much of a bad impact on me. TikTok is something I haven't had since my junior year of high school, and I will never download TikTok again. It was so bad for my mental health, and that algorithm and Instagram's algorithm are both so fucking predatory. Like, the algorithm knows when you're suffering, they know exactly what to feed you, and it puts you into this deeper pit of nothingness and sorrow, and it's terrible. And there's other ways that it's unhealthy. It can be very addicting. But yeah, I will never download TikTok again. Instagram is one that I still use, but take breaks from every once in a while. And I haven't had Instagram for about 2 months. Felt pretty good without it. And the only platform that I have right now is Discord. That's the only thing I've been using. But even with Discord, I feel like I'm growing out of that. I've had Discord since 2018. And for the past few years, I was active in more servers. I either stayed them until they got deleted or like just I didn't want to be on the server anymore. For so long, I've been using Discord and servers as a way to be my socializing time. But even now, I think I'm drifting apart from that and getting tired of that. Like, I'm low-key not seeing a point in having Discord anymore. I've stopped talking in servers, and it's so exhausting. So exhausting to try to feel like you fit in, try to get to know people. Even for the people that I only DM, those people are probably going to not be around for long either. It's like we move on in life. So after that, what's the point in having Discord? Discord will probably be something that I'll stop using either as much or just completely because there's no action, there's no traction, there's no anything. And not having social media really is the way to go, because I feel like one of the many issues with it is that we feel like we have to put on a show for people, or we feel like we have to perform for people. That in and of itself is draining and stressful and something that we don't have to do. When I stopped using Snapchat, I realized that I didn't have to put on a filter to feel prettier, to post it somewhere. And so people would think that I'm pretty when I didn't really think that I was pretty. And I was deluding myself thinking I look pretty with this filter. Not using Twitter anymore made me realize that I do not need to respond to every single fucking comment. Every single fucking comment, it's unnecessary. I don't have to tell people my opinion. I don't have to try to change people's minds, because not everyone's going to change their minds. Some people are straight up stupid. Some people need to be left alone. You can just observe. You can just look at things. You don't have to respond to everything, get into unnecessary arguments, and waste your energy and waste your time. When I got off of TikTok, I stopped going down this just pit of doom scrolling, especially during the pandemic, and that's what we were all doing. It was hard not to, and in so many ways, I was already depressed, and it was like feeding more on my depression because our devices are listening to us and they know exactly how we feel, what we're saying, what we want, what we don't want. Not having TikTok was the first starting point in me getting better emotionally as a person. Not having Instagram, once more, I have gotten to a point where I do not post at all. I don't post on my story, post on my close friends, my actual page, any of that stuff. I don't even do the notes thing because there's no point in it. What's the point of me posting for people? I took a lot of people off my follow list. A lot of them were from high school, and a lot of them were people who, you know, who are they? Who do they give a shit about me? So what's the point of them being on my follow list? So I took them off, and it felt like I didn't have to perform for anybody. I didn't feel like, oh, I need to post this so everyone can know that I went to a sushi restaurant. Oh, I need to post this so everyone can know that I went to fucking Florida. Oh, I need to post this because it's a really good selfie and I want to show everyone how I look. And I don't think I've posted on my story in about 2-3 years, and it's more peaceful that way. If anything, you would think that my account is just dead and inactive, but it's not. It's just all I do is text people and look at what's on my feed, reels and shit like that. That's all I do. Discord, there's so many communities, there's so many people, and then there's also like drama, which there's also drama on like any platform that you fucking go on. It doesn't fucking matter. It just really depends on where you're at. But it's overall draining, and it's like when you get to a point where it's too much and you're overall exhausted, when you don't have any of those apps, you feel so much better. You feel so much better. Realize that they made you more depressed and they made you happy, or they satisfied your brain in some kind of way because you were looking at something relatable, or you looked at something that your friends posted, or some kind of news. Like, it doesn't matter. There are some things on social media that I feel like have brought me joy, like memes and relatable stuff and all that shit. If I could go back, never get into social media when I was only like a fucking 5th grader, I would totally do it. And I wonder how different my mindset would be. Social media affects all of us in different ways, but it affects us very negatively in different ways. Negatively. And there are more things that, there are more ways that it affected me that I didn't really talk about. I'm honestly just talking out of my fucking ass. I was just watching Queso, and I was just wallowing in my thoughts, and I'm like, I don't see really a point anymore. Would I re-download Instagram? Maybe, but it's like I'm living my life right now. What's the point? A lot of the people that I talk to on there, I have their fucking number. So what's the point of Instagram? The only thing that I have still is YouTube, and that's honestly all I need. I feel like deleting social media is not the absolute answer to issues we have because of it or that influence it, but it makes life a little less heavy. It opens your eyes. Once you are without it, discipline yourself to be without it. You literally sit there and you're like, wow, did I really need Instagram in the first place? Did I really need TikTok in the first place? Especially when you're feeling like shit and it does feel like too much, and you start to feel better, you question why do we even need social media? That's it for this video. Let me know what you think about anything that I said. If you agree, disagree, relate, don't relate. Let me know in the comments, and until my next video, whatever I talk about.